So I am headed into week number 3 of self-isolation, and I'm beginning to more or less find some schedule to this new world. I was reading a post by a Chinese man about his experience through their quarantine, and he said week 3 and 4 is when people started being able to have the bandwidth to even think about anything outside of what the heck is happening. So that's starting to happen, which is comforting, maybe? I don't know. It's all new. It's all things that we're working through. And some days I don't have the capacity to get up and do a strong practice. And what I do is I breathe, and then I do some restorative work. And some days I get up and I'm like, yeah, let's go. I've got all this energy pent up because I didn't do anything the day before. So this practice that I'm bringing today is combining both, finding that balance, yin and yang. Yin is more restorative, it's the feminine energy, and yang is fiery, masculine, flow, strong ab work. So be incorporating both of those through the practice today. There is a Spotify playlist that is located in the description. The link is in the description of this video. And also I have included my Venmo and my PayPal into the description of this video. If you've lost all of your work, please take this yoga practice as a gift. But if you are able to donate something, this is how I make my money, and this is how I'm able to pay my bills. So if you can, please, I would be very grateful if you would donate towards my Venmo or PayPal. And either way, let's get started. Let's do some yoga, concentrate on our breath, and practice together. So since it's a restorative practice, we will be using a strap at some point during. So if you don't have a strap, then grab a belt. The belts around robes work wonderfully for this, but a tie, a belt, anything that is strap-like will do. I also put aside a large cushion from the couch because we may be using it for some bolster work to help hold the body in a specific shape so that we can relax into it more. I also have a block. I don't expect everybody to have blocks floating around their houses. But if you happen to, then grab it, we'll use it. And if you don't, maybe a stack of books. Otherwise, don't even think about it, it's fine. So we're gonna start with some dynamic movements. You're gonna sit cross-legged, right shin in front of left, hips root down, belly button pulls in and up, front ribs hug to the back body, okay? Hands on knees here. We're gonna just take some gentle presses of the heart forward on the inhale, and then scoop the belly, dome through the back on the exhale. So moving with the breath, I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see how my back moves. So inhale, arching the back, chin lifts. Exhale, curving into the spine. Inhale, press the heart forward. Exhale, curve it through, nice. Inhale again, deeply here. And exhale, press all of the air out here. And now we're going to, on the inhale, begin to swoop the body around forward, moving in a circle. And continue around. You scoot forward on the inhale, and then exhale curves through the back. The inhale brings you forward again. Pay attention to the direction you're going, whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise. Just notice it, remember it. We'll come back to that. And then come to stillness. We're going to lift up, reach up through the arms, collarbone spreads nice and wide. So you're wide through here, shoulders are moving down the back, front ribs continue to pull to back body. Inhale, lift long. And exhale, we're gonna fold forward over the crossed shins. You might end up here with just fingertips down on the ground. Perfectly fine. Maybe you can walk the fingertips further out, folding the body in. So wherever you land, let the head hang. Breathing here. And take a little rock side to side. Just shifting the body weight. Maybe stretching a little bit into each side body. And then we're going to root the right hip down and walk the hands over towards the left. So stretch long on the right side body. Let the head hang. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Nice. Walk the hands back through center. Deep breath in. And the hands walk back towards the shins. We're going to switch the crossing of the legs. So again, heart reaches forward. Inhale. Exhale, curve through the spine. Inhale, drag the heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, curve through. Inhale, bring the heart forward. And exhale, curve through. Press all of the air, press the air all the way out. And then begin the circles in the opposite direction. So I had gone counterclockwise, and now I'm going clockwise. 3 rotations here. Get as dramatic with your movements as you want, pressing the knees away perhaps. And then we come back down center, root into the sit bones, sweep the arms up on the inhale, dive forward, exhale. Hands come down, maybe you can crawl them forward and let the head hang. Shifting side to side, we're getting into the hips here. Just some movements, fluid, kind of like the top of the head is a paintbrush and you're sweeping it side to side. And then root down that left hip, walk the hands over to the right. Stretch the fingertips nice and long, reaching through the left hand so that you root down the left hip. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Nice. One inhale here. Full exhale. And then walk the hands back through center. Deep inhale. Heavy sigh out. And walk the hands back to the shins. Lovely. Sweep. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears and roll them down the back. Nice. Once more like that, and the head can hang. Beautiful. Coming back through center. We're going to come over onto our backs. Do some dynamic bridge. So bridge, we're taking the soles of the feet flat on the mat, line it up underneath the knees. So the tush is pretty close to the heels, maybe a hand's distance away. So we're lowering down onto the mat. Press into the heels. So we want the inner thighs to be rolling towards the mat here. So really root into the feet. And then lift the hips up and lower the hips down. The inhale lifts it up. The exhale lowers it down. Inhale lifting. Exhale lowering. Inhale up. Exhale down. Notice if your glutes are taking over here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Often they really want to muscle the pose. And we want them to remain as soft as possible. They are required for the movement. But we don't want to be clenching the butt muscles, because that will pinch in the lower back. Okay, once more, inhale up and exhale lower. Nice, hug the knees into the chest, rolling the knees around so we get a nice massage on the low back. One direction and then the other, beautiful. And then hands behind the hamstrings, let's rock forward and back until we come up and over, hands down, step the feet back, come into tabletop position. Extend the right leg back, press through the heel. The inner thigh of the right leg is spiraling up towards the ceiling. Let's take a soft bend in the elbows and scoop them towards one another. So take a look at my low back. Right now, I'm doing a very large tilt of my tailbone up. You want to tuck that tailbone so it points towards the heel of the right foot, right? Pulling the low belly in and up. So with those elbows scooping, press into all 10 fingers, press into the left shin here, and then lifting the right shin just to the height of the hip. Nice, press through the heel, keep pulling that low belly in and up. Extend the left hand long, or you can leave the left hand on the floor if this is too much. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow towards knee. Round through the back. Inhale long. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And with an inhale, press through the fingertips, press through the heel, lower it down. Lovely. Take a round of cat-cow. Inhale, the heart lifts. Exhale, the chin tucks, tailbone towards the backs of the knees. Inhale, back through tabletop. Lovely. Left side. Left toe step back, right or left leg long. Press through the heel. Take that tilt out of the low back. Elbows scooping. Press into the right shin here. And lift the left leg up to the height of the hip. Keep pulling the belly button in and up. Extend the right fingertips long. Inhale. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it in. And one more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release it down. Cat-cow. Inhale. And exhale. Big toes touch. Hips scoot back. Lower down into child's pose. Taking a moment here to breathe. We'll revisit child's pose throughout the practice, but know that it's always available. Allowing your body to melt into this pose. Let's come up back to hands and knees. Walk the hands forward a couple of inches, 2 or 3, so they're no longer underneath the shoulders. Bend the elbows and scoop them towards one another as you press the floor away. Tuck your back toes, engage your core so that you're not dipping into the belly. You engage that core, nice. Front ribs pull to back body. Elbows keep scooping, press into all 10 fingers. Knees lift an inch. Breathe here. Building some heat. Straighten the legs. Now we're in plank pose. I need to lengthen out a bit more. So you notice. Shoulders over wrists. Heels pressing back. Inner thighs rolling up. Breathing here. Tailbone back. Crown of the head forward. Gazes forward about 6 inches in front of the fingers. And then press the hips up and back. Setting up downward facing dog. Breathe here. Smooth in the nose, smooth out the nose. So we're going to walk the hands back about 6 inches at a time. So look forward and take the hands back about a hand's distance, 6 inches. And then we're going to bend the elbows, scoop them towards one another, and press the hips up and back. We're stretching into the hamstrings. The knees can remain bent here, especially if you have tight hamstrings. So taking care of your body. Look forward, hands walk back 6 inches, head hangs now, bend elbows, scoop them towards one another, press the hips up and back. Again, 6 more inches. Bend the elbows, scoop and press. Let the head hang, 6 more inches, back towards the feet, scoop and press. And then maybe the hips line up over the heels. The head hangs, forward fold to the back of the mat. Grab a hold of either elbow. Small sway here. And then release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come through center. Deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. All right, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, dive forward over strong legs, inner thighs rolling back. Inhale, the heart lifts, maybe hands to shins. Exhale, walk the hands out, downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward, plank pose, breathing here. Elbows scooping, fingertips pressing. Fleshy part between the thumb and index finger rooted. Lovely. Maybe the knees come down here. Either modified plank lowering towards the earth or chaturanga towards the earth. If you know chaturanga, use it. Uncurl the toes, tops of the feet press, hands are underneath shoulders. Inhale, press pelvis down as you lift the heart up. And then tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full exhale. Inhale, high onto the toes, looking forward. Exhale, step your feet to your hands. Inhale, heart lifts, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Pressing into the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold in, moving through a flow, one breath per movement. Inhale, heart lifts, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back through plank. Lower either to the earth or just through chaturanga. Either a back bend of up dog or low cobra. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Once more. Inhale, high onto the toes. Looking forward, step the feet to the hands. Inhale, the heart lifts. Exhale, we fold in. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, heart lifting. Exhale, plant hands, step back, lower down. The inhale brings you through the back bend, and the exhale lifts the hip up and back. Breathing here, 3 to 4 breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Building up a little heat here. Elbows scooping, fingers pressing, hips up and back. Lift the right leg up and back, press through the heel. Exhale, step the foot through to the hands. We're going to lower the back knee down. If your knee is sensitive here, you can take the mat and fold it in half, or grab a towel, something, blanket maybe to put underneath it. Press into the heel of the front foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. You want to direct the tailbone down, pull the frontal hip points up. We don't need to be leaning like this into our hips right here. So we come out of that bend of the front knee slightly so we can upright the torso. Grab a hold of the left wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tip over towards the right. Deep breath in. Heavy sigh out. Somatic release. Inhale up through center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take your hands onto your hips. Hug the right hip down and in. Okay. We're going to tuck the back toes of the left foot and lift the knee off the mat. Straighten into the leg. We're setting up crescent legs here. Inhale here. As we inhale, on the next inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, tap the knee down. Don't rest on that knee. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, tap. That right hip is hugging in. Inhale, up. Exhale, tap. One more inhale, up. Stay here, hands to the heart. Lean forward. Strong back leg. We're going to twist over towards that left elbow, right knee. If this isn't happening, take the left hand down to the inside of the foot. You can lower the back knee down. All different modifications, right? Breathe here. One more inhale. And then on the exhale, unwind hands to the mat. So, any amount, straightening that front leg. Press through the back heel. You can come high onto the toes of the back foot and press the heel down, stretching out the hamstring. And looking forward, we're going to bend that right knee deeply. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold in. Press into the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands through center. Second side. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, heart lifting. Exhale, planting hands, lowering through the vinyasa. And making your way into downward facing dog. Deep breath in.
Heavy sigh out. Elbows scoop, inner thighs roll. Gaze towards the back of the feet. Towards the feet, the back of the mat. And extend the left leg up and back. Press through the heel. Inhale here. Exhale, step the foot through to the hands. Lower the back knee down, pat it if you need it. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Next, inhale, grab a hold of the left wrist, or right wrist, stretch long. Exhale, tipping over towards the left. Inhale here, and exhale. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Hands onto the hips. Woo! Maybe walk the left foot out to the left some for more stability. Tuck the back toes. We could all use a little more stability in times like these. Hug the left hip in and under. Core is nice and engaged. Right toes are tucked. Knee lifts. Nice. Straighten the back leg. Beautiful. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Tailbones reaching down. Exhale, cactus the arms. Tap knee. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, tap. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, come up. Hands to the heart. Twisting over towards the left. Right elbow, left knee. Right leg nice and firm. Nice and strong. Maybe the knee comes down. Maybe the right hand is inside of left foot. Breathing here. Left hip hugging in. One more inhale. And exhale, hands come to the mat, either side of the left foot. And we begin to straighten any amount into the left leg. Woo! My left side is much tighter than my right. We notice things. And come high onto the right toes. Exhale, lower the heel down. And looking forward. Bend the left knee. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold in. Forward fold here. Catch your breath. Come back to the moment. Building up heat. A lot of yang energy. Little sway side to side. We'll do one more standing sequence. We'll end with some abs and then get into the restorative practice. So breathe here. Release the arms. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold in. We're going to sink the hips, lift the heart. Chair pose, Utkatasana. So for chair pose, it's that same directing that tailbone down. I want you to be able to see this. So it's not this curve here with the belly hanging. We're trying to create space in between the hips and the thighs. So tailbone directs down, front body pulls to back body. Nice. Breathe here. Exhale, press into the feet, come up to standing. Hands to heart. Stand into Tadasana while I get some water. Or get some water along with me. Release the arms. As you inhale, sink the hips down. Come back to that chair pose. Breathing here. Chair really builds up fire for me. Press into the feet, come back up through standing, hands through heart. We're going to come back into chair in just a moment, and when we do, we're going to be practicing breath of fire. Breath of fire is a pumping of the belly. So we're pumping the belly to press air out, and then naturally the air comes back in. So it'll be a press out, and then the air comes back in immediately. So it's a out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. It's very rapid and it builds a lot of heat, a lot of fire, and that's what we're working with right now. We're working with that yang energy, right? So
practicing here. Take your hand onto your belly. If you notice it's coming from the chest, you want to stop, reset, and if it's just not happening for you, leave it. Just breathe normally. If you're beating from the chest with the breath, you'll send yourself into hyperventilation, and we don't need that, right? So this is to build up some fire here. So hands on the belly. Deep breath in. Pump the belly. Wonderful. Let's take it to the top of the mat. Feet hips distance apart. Belly button pulls to spine. Tailbone descends. Knees bend. So you can keep your hands on your belly here. Deep breath in. And exhale. Keep going. Deep breath in. Stand up. Sweep arms up. Hold at the top. Hands come to center. And full exhale out the nose. Breathing naturally here. Notice any tingling sensations, face, hands. Now let's sink the hips. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, heart lifts. Step back the left foot, keep the right foot forward. Seal the back heel down on a slight angle, and we're going to come up, warrior two. So warrior two, press firmly into the front heel, roll the inner thigh towards the outer thigh of the front leg, root down into that back foot, toes in slightly, and the chest square to the edge of the mat. Reach the arms out, gaze up over the fingertips of the front arm. Breathing here. Then press into the front leg, reach forward, 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 hand to shin, top arm up. Keep pulling that front hip back so you get long on the right side body. Triangle pose. Nice. One more inhale, look down. Come up, rebend the knee. Hands to hips. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, chair pose. Exhale, fold in, straighten the legs. Keeping the left foot forward this time, step the right foot back. Seal the right heel down, press into the heel of the left foot, and come up, warrior two. Again, inner thigh of the front leg rolls to the outer thigh. Back leg is nice and strong. The inner thigh is rolling towards the back body. Heavy in the heel, arms reach out, chest parallel to the side of the mat. Looking over at the fingertips. Nice. Press into the front foot, the ball of the foot. And then reach forward, forward, forward. Pull the left hip back, back, back. And then the arm comes down. We keep pulling that hip back, lengthen the left side body. Stretch up through the right fingertips. Breathe here. One more inhale. Looking down, come up, exhale, bend the front knee. Lovely. And one more inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat this time. Step back and lower through. Come up through a back bend and downward facing dog. Knees to the mat, big toes touch. Child's pose. I promised restorative, so that's where we're headed. The hips can sway a bit side to side. For some people, child's pose is extremely difficult on the knees, so you can put some pillows behind in between the thighs and the calves, and then sit back on that. That gives you some support, or maybe a rolled up blanket. But we're going to be here for the next minute. So really let yourself sink and breathe. Eyes can gently close. Feel the third eye press to the earth. The breath begins to smooth out.
Deep breath in. Heavy sigh out. Let's crawl back to a seat.
I almost forgot abs. So we are headed to restorative just after this one thing. They'll be quick, I promise. 3 minutes of your life. We're gonna come down onto our backs. Hands behind the head. Shins parallel to the earth. Inhale here. On the exhale, straighten the left leg, bring the right knee in. Inhale back to center. Exhale, switch sides, bicycle here. You don't need the elbow and knee to touch. Think of more bringing the heart towards the knee, because I want the neck to stay long. Keep switching sides. Inhale is center. Exhale is twist. If you want a little bit more, inhale can be both legs straight. And then exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. Hug both knees in. Little rock side to side. Hands beside the tush. Stretch the legs up towards the ceiling. Inner thigh is rolling towards the front of the mat. Engage the core so the belly button pulls to the spine. The low back is flat. And then we're going to just lift the head and chest. And lower and lift the legs. You can lower them as far as you want. So if that means this and lift, totally fine. Explore different levels, seeing if you can keep your low back pressing. I like to close my eyes. It gives me a sense of peace during a difficult time. Keep breathing. In is the lift. Out is the lower. One more. Lower down, hug the knees in. Very good. One last ab work. Arms and legs are parallel, reaching up towards the sky. We're just lift the head and chest, lift the hips, keep the arms parallel. You don't want the legs coming forward towards the head. So you're just trying to get the smallest amount of the back on the mat. Keep lifting up, 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 up. You'll feel this in your deep core muscles. Keep lifting, 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 breathing here. One more. Wonderful. Hands behind the hamstrings. Rock up. Come over. We're set up Sphinx pose. From your belly, lift the heart and head. Elbows line up underneath the shoulders. Hips can press to the earth, and it's like you're trying to drag the body forward by pulling the arms back. Stretch the front body here. You can lift the chin and then lower the chin. Let the head hang. Restorative Sphinx. Shoulders move away from the ears. Little wiggle of the hips side to side. And then we'll lift the hips, walk the hands back. We're going to take this into the hips. No, we're going to take this into on our backs with our strap. So as you lower down, take the strap around the right foot, extend the leg up towards the ceiling. Left foot can be planted on the floor with the knee up towards the sky, or maybe it feels good to have that left leg long along the mat. Take the strap into the right hand, direct the toes towards the upper corner of the mat, and then any amount we're opening the leg out to the side. Take your left hand and put it on your left hip so your left hip doesn't roll up.
And then you can let the left leg relax. And just hold your leg wherever it is. Just stretching the inner thigh here. Breathing, smooth inhales, controlled exhales. Then rebend the knee on the right side. We're coming into half happy baby. So, if you can reach around the outside of the right foot with your right hand, go for that. Otherwise, you have the strap. So maybe you're up here and that's okay. You're pulling the foot towards the earth. The knee moves closer towards the earth, toward the outside of the ribs. And your arm can come through the inside of the knee. Breathing here. And we'll release the strap from this. And we're going to take it into a twist. So the right knee comes across the body. We scoop the left hip under and take that into a twist. Breathing here. And come back through center. Hips come even onto the mat. Hug the left knee in, take the strap around the left foot. Left leg up towards the sky. Again, my hamstring on this side is much tighter than the right. So it's different. Maybe the knee bends slightly. Maybe the right leg comes out long if that feels okay. Pressing through the heel, breathing here. And then taking the strap into the left hand, left toes towards the upper corner of the mat. And then we begin to allow the left leg to open out to the left side. The right hand can come onto the right hip. Really root it down. Letting the left hand support the leg here. The right leg is soft. And then bending that left knee. Either keeping a hold of the strap for half happy baby here is good. Or maybe the hand comes around the outside edge of the left foot. We breathe. And then let's bring that knee into center. Let it come over across the body, slowly moving into this twist. If it's too much on your back, keep your left arm along the side body, and you're just kind of directing the shoulder towards the earth. If it's all right, maybe you extend the left arm out towards the left side of the room. Maybe the gaze goes out over the left shoulder. Maybe it stays up towards the ceiling. Breathing here. Let gravity do the work here. Soften the pose, not muscling anything. Soften the face. And then back through center. Hug both knees in. Little rock side to side. We're going to move towards a supported bridge pose. This is where the block or stack of books would be helpful. If you have neither, that's okay. You can just do a regular bridge pose, which I will teach both.
So first we'll set up, just like we had in the beginning. Heels towards butt, feet parallel hips distance. Lower down onto your back. Press into the feet to lift the hips. Now if you have no block, no books, this is exactly where you'll stay. You can hold onto the edges of the mat and roll the shoulders under. And then you can lower down after a couple of rounds of breath and then lift back up. For everyone who's got books or block, I like to use the block on the medium height. It feels nice and stable. You take it right underneath your sacrum, that little triangle at the back on your lower back. And then you just let your hips rest here and you breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Following the breath in and out. Maybe you explore extending one leg long, letting it just hang there. Switch sides. Feet come back onto the mat. Press into the feet, lift the hips up, take the block away, walk the feet wide as the mat and the knees knock towards one another. Breathe here. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then hands behind hamstrings, come up to a seat. Take the big cushion in front of you. Cross your shins, just like we began, Sukhasana. And we're gonna fold in and just allow ourselves to rest. So you might need 2 cushions, just depending on how tight your hips are. You lift up, grow long, and then fold over onto the pillow. You can turn your head to one side, it can be down center, whatever feels good. We're gonna be here a little while, so do something that's sustainable. Deep breath in through the nose, heavy sigh out the mouth. Feel supported by the pillow. Another deep inhale in through the nose. Heavy somatic release out the mouth. Press yourself up. Lift the pillow and switch the cross of the legs. Situate your hips, your sit bones. Sweep the arms up. Inhale, reach long. And exhale, crawl out over the pillow. We'll be here about a minute, minute 15. So find something that's comfortable, sustainable, supportive. Hips are often a very tight part of our bodies. They say we store a lot of emotions and stress here. And so we're just trying to create some space
and release. Deep breath in through the nose. Heavy sigh out the mouth. Once more, just like that, in through the nose. And out the mouth. Press into your hands. Lift your heart up. And take the pillow. Get rid of it. Extend the legs long. Shake them out. Sweep the arms up. Fold forward. If this is too much on your hips, sit on a block, sit on the pillow, something. Okay? We're just going to be here a moment. Knees can bend as well. Really helpful for backs of the legs. And then we'll roll ourselves up. Hips to the earth. Roll the body down, 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 down. Maybe grab a blanket if you're chilly. We're setting up Shavasana here. Eyes gently closed. Deep breath in through the nose. Fill all the way up. Hold it at the top. Sigh out the mouth. Releasing any breath control. Take this time to let go of any of the shoulds. Just be present with this moment. Allow the meditation to be guided by the breath. And if the mind wanders, we gently coax it back. This is what we're paying attention to now. I'm breathing in and breathing out. Begin to deepen the breath here. Invite some movement back into the body. The head can shift side to side, a wiggle of the fingers and the toes. And hug the knees to the chest. Make your way up to a comfortable seat. Eyes gently closed here with the hands pressing palm to palm at the heart center, heart lifting. The head bows in reverence to the yin and yang that lives within each of us. The yin and yang that lives within our society. We work towards the balance. Where can this show up for me today? Where do I find more balance in my practice of life? Thank you for practicing with me today. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.